What is up, everybody? This is your host, Superside, and I'm just going to check right now that it's recording. Yes, it is recording, which is good. Anyway, welcome back to another video of game review, and I feel really awkward doing this. I don't know. Also, it's good to see PewDiePie's subscriber count. He's keeping ahead, and it's the 9th of March. Yay! So he's doing well. Thank you for subscribing to him. Anyway, yeah, two things to start off. Anyway, first of all, the point of the video. I'm going to be, this is difficult. Reviewing this game called Love Letter, board game, or sort of board game. I think it looks like a card game. It's a very small, thin game, as you can see. Anyway, I'm going to be doing that. Now, I have got a whole heap of board games that I'm going to review. I love board games. I want to review them. I want to play them. But it's very difficult to work out the exact and the best format to do videos, and yeah, I don't know, this does not feel like the right format to review games, but I don't know, I thought otherwise I just have these board games that I'm not playing, I'm not reviewing, because I'm like, how am I going to do the video, and then I don't do the video. I did the Tortoise and the Hare a while back, that one went alright, but it was like, kind of like, just like, an hour of me playing. It's like, I don't know what's good for the video. Anyway, also, two more things. I hate having the screen so big. I mean, like, you know, it's too detailed, it's too personal, it's like, there's like, I'm the whole screen of the video. I don't really like that. That's why when I'm streaming, it's like, well, it's alright if, you know, I'm just up there a little bit, you know, just a tiny wee square of me, but when it's like, I'm the whole video, it's like, wow, too much. Anyway, also, I worked out how to, like, move this camera. It's movable. It's like, what? I thought that was so cool. Like, I can actually tilt it. I just worked it out, like, when doing this video, because I always felt that I was, like, real short, like, in comparative to the video, because it's so high. Anyway, well, now, I can do this, and I look tall. Well, not really, but I don't look like, there's not a big gap. Anyway, I've worked out how to do that. So anyway, this game here, I think it has like 50,000 plays according to Board Game Geek. 50,000 people that, not plays, people that own it. So it's a popular game. That's one of the reasons I got it. So yeah, and obviously the rules are going to be really thin. Yeah, really thin. So anyway, the packaging, it's real, it's like not like a permanent, it's just like literally a bag for the packaging. Anyway, so Z-Man Games, and then we have the background, right? Okay, so, love letter. Win the heart of the princess. All the eligible suitors seek to woo the princess. Get your love letter into Princess Annette's hands while keeping other players, I'll lift it up like this, other players' letters away. Love Letter is a worldwide sensation and an essential addition to any game library. The elegant and simple design packs a lot of fun in a small package. Well, they're sure right about the small package. We'll see about the fun. I hope they're right. I'm sure they will be right. Most games are fun. The games. Anyway, so it says for 2 to 4 players. Only 2 to 4. I imagine this to be like a 7 or 8 player game. I don't know, I just thought like there'd be one person, that'd be like the princess, and then everyone else would have the letters. I don't know how it works. Is it like, do we like literally write out our own letter, or is there letters in here, and is it the same letter, and how do you fend off? Do you like, is it like snap, and you just, you know, like, I don't know. We're gonna find out. Ages 10 and up. How would this show in detail? Oh, okay, that's like doing that. Here we go. So we got, okay, that's just, yeah, okay, anyway, that's the details. So, we'll open this like so. Open, there we go on the screen. If you also have any ideas as to how I can do this, I can't believe it's like 4 minutes. It's actually not too long, 4 minutes so far. I feel like it's been going on for like 10 minutes already. If you have any ideas as to how I should better do a format, a better format to do the video, do let me know. Okay, so. Okay, we got. Wait, it shows it in a box. Premium edition. Will you look at that? A box edition. Expand your gameplay with new cards to play with up to 8 players. Tarot-sized cards. Tarot. Haven't seen that word before. And heart-shaped tokens of affection. Upgrade the game you already love. Well, I haven't played it yet, so we'll have to see. Okay, this looks like a cool bag. Okay, so we'll grab this out. Nice red bag. Take it we don't need this. Plop. Okay, how are we gonna open this? I'm so much focused on, I need to get this in the video. Okay, so there we go. We'll open it. Here we go. A golden royal string. Okay, open it. Let's see what's inside. Okay, so. Oh, oh dear. The thread. That's not good. Wait. That's very bad, I think. Don't think... Maybe it doesn't matter. I don't know. Feels like the thread is pulling out. We'll put that there. So that was in the bag. These two things. Okay, now what else is in the bag? Ooh, some red. That's not red, is it? What color would you call that? It's hard to... Wait, I'll take one out. Put the bag there. Take one out. I'm like the worst at doing board game reviews. Like, mobile games, I think I'm alright. I'm not great, but I managed to review them, like, decently. But, like, well, I try to. The editing's not there. Non-existent, but I like, give you an actual, like, overview. So this here, what color would you describe that? That is so bad quality. This camera is, it's HD 1080 pixels. So I thought, it's like, it's a Logitech and it's served its purpose. Yeah, but I just thought, come on, could be a little bit clearer than that. It's like, okay, okay, so this is red. This is that. Whoa, that actually looks so cool, that bag. It's just like so cool. With the golden rain in that. But yeah, what color, okay, why am I, it doesn't matter what color it is. But, yeah. Okay, so we'll put this back in here. So how many of them are there? There's like 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. So we got 13 square wooden cubes. Lucky this isn't like Puerto Rico, or it'd be like a 2-hour of... We now have 13 $1 tokens. We now have 15 $5 I don't know. Anyway, is it Puerto Rico have... I can't even remember. I love the game though. Okay, so... Money or the bag? Okay, so the bag is now empty. Okay, it's like a magician and it's not working well. Okay, see? Nothing in the bag. Okay, so I'm not doing a magic trick. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so put the bag there. Now we have, what do we have? We have the instructions. We have the well, there's like not many instructions at all. Rules, I should say. Okay, then we have the cards. So, on the back, we got the setup. We got the princess. Okay. Setting up. Wait, should I take this out or not? I don't know. Set up. Shuffle the 16 cards and remove the top card of the deck. In 2-player games, take 3 more cards from the deck and place them to... I'm so conscious about the video. I'm not taking it in. I'm just so focused, like, speak properly, read it properly, and then it's like, okay, what did it just say? Anyway, let's open it up. Where is the... I love it when you get the corner, because they fold it in a certain way. And so, like, try and open this. I haven't got scissors handy. I have a calculator handy. Oh, we got it. We got it. Okay, so, open this. Whoa, okay, they're very smooth cards. Okay, that, rubbish, gone. I hope that's right. Yeah, of course it's rubbish. Okay, so, we've got numbers. We got numbers, like in the game Assassin, Citadels. I love the Citadels game. Okay, so we got 4 of these, presumably 1 for each player, like as a reminder, like in Pandemic, you have the little action set, just as a cheeky reminder. There's another game that's like that. Is it Citadels? I don't know. Anyway, okay, so list of cards. Princess, lose if discarded. Countess, discard, and they have ones next to them. Discard if caught with king or prince. Wait, countess. Okay, king. Trade hands. Prince, I'm assuming these are different abilities. 1 player discards his or her hand. Handmade. Protection until your next turn. Baron. Compare hands. Lower hand is out. Priest. Look at hand. So 8, 7, and 6 have 1 next to their name. 5, 4, and 3, which is 5 is prince, 4 is handmade. In fact, I'll just show you like that. Okay, that's still not very clear. Anyway, okay, priest, look at hand, guard, guess a player's hand. Okay, moving along. There was a game, Coup, that's the game, that's a fun game. Okay, set up. So we'd shuffle the 16 cards. Okay, let's move on to the 16 cards. Okay, so we'll get these. We'll get these. I'm lucky that I'm recording on this, because if I record on my iPad, it might run out, and then I'd lose the video. We don't want to lose that. Okay, so 16 cards. Whoosh. Now, there's the princess, the countess, the king, the prince, the handmaid. Oh, so there's there's 5 guards. 2. Oh, that was what the number meant. So there's 5 guards. There's 2 priests, 2 barons, 2 handmaids, 2 princes, 1 king, 1 countess, 1 princess, and then they have their abilities. Okay, we'll put that there. So, shuffle the 16 cards and remove the top tip. Okay, so what we'll do, I have 2 players. Okay, we're going to assume this is a 2-player game. I'm going to play with myself. Okay, If the Magic Maze game, that's 1 player, but yeah. Not many 1-player games, like Solitaire. I like you game Solitaire. Or Hearts with the computer. That also works. But the computer isn't very good. Well, that was on the Windows XP version and Windows 7 version. They had the good old Hearts. I love Hearts. I wonder how many people in the world know how to play Hearts. It's a card game on the computer. It was one of the default ones. They had Solitaire. They used to have Free Cell on some of them as well. On my grandparents' computer, they had Free Cell and Solitaire. And then, Hearts. I think they had that on a lot of games, as well as Solitaire. So they're probably well-known games. Anyway, okay, so, we better shuffle them a little bit better, just because, it actually doesn't really matter, because I don't even understand the game yet. Okay, remove 1. Okay, you can see what it is. Okay, so I hope it was even in the cameras. Okay, so we'll put that there. Okay, so now we've removed 1 of them. What is the next step? Oh, wow. Okay, that almost fell off. Okay, take 3 more cards from the deck. Okay, 1. I don't think you need to see these, actually. 2 and 3. Okay, so we've removed. Take 3 more, not 3. Okay, cool. Each player draws 1 card from the deck. I don't think this is going to work if, we have to guess each other's hands. And we're like, what have you got? Oh, that's right. I've seen both the hands. Okay, anyway, each player draws 1 card from the deck. Whoever most recently dated goes first. Okay. This one. Until your next turn, ignore all effects from other players' cards. Okay, I don't know how that relates to dating. And guard. Name a non-guard card and choose another player. If that player has the card, he or she is out of the round. Okay, we need to read the instructions, although we were getting there, slowly but surely. Okay, taking a turn. Draw a card, draw the top card from the deck, then choose one of the 2 cards in your hand and discard it face up in front of you. Apply any effect of the card you discarded. Then the player on your left takes a turn. Okay, so should we do, end of round. A round ends if the deck is empty at the end of a turn or 1 player remains in the game. All players still in the round reveal their hands. The player with the highest rank position wins the round and receives a token of affection. I know what those tokens are now. Okay, shuffle all 16 cards together and play a new round following the setup rules. The winner of the previous round goes first, and maybe you have to win all 16 rounds. Okay, anyway, so you want to get a high rank. You can discard a card every turn. Boom. Okay, we've read the first. So, Princess is the one you're going for. Okay, so, plop that there. Okay, we'll just not drop that. Moving on to the real rules. Well, they were real rules as well. Okay. Wait, did I read this all out loud? Okay, this is just like a storyline behind it. Objective. Components. I'm just deciphering. Maybe I'll read this bit, but then I'll cut it, and then I'll skip over me reading the whole thing, because who wants to hear me read this? Not many people. I don't know if many people wanted to hear me talk all about that stuff. I don't know. I'm just trying out different forms of board game reviews, and maybe I'll find a suitable format eventually. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to skip it. I may even cut it if I don't like the look of just speeding me up into like 30 seconds of me just going like it looks when you speed it up like that. Anyway, I'll be back when I've read this. Okay, so I have indeed read the rules, and it took a while. Anyway, we've read them through, and I might just try out this, just try it. It's not really going to work with me, just like one player. But anyway, okay, so this is one hand. Okay, so the handmaid. Until your next turn, ignore all effects from other players. So anyway, in your turn, you get to pick up. You get to look at your 2 cards. Boom. So I've got those 2. And you get to choose which one to keep. And then the other one you place down, and the effects of that card you then use. So you want to try and get the highest number. So you want to try and, by the end of the round, either not get knocked out, like as in you can get knocked out and then you lose, or just get a real high number. So then when the round ends, when the pack is finished, then if you have a higher number than your opponent, you win. So now there's a toss-up. I don't know what the strategy is yet between keeping the one with 4, which is higher, or using the abilities, which might be good as well. So, the guard. Name a non-guard. Okay, so we could do that. Okay, we'll try that. So we'll put the guard down. So we'll play the guard. Boom. So we're gonna name a non-guard. And so there's only one other opponent. Now, I forgot what that one was. So let's say they're going to choose number 2. Now, I forget what number 2 is. But if this player has number 2, then they're out. So anyway, that's the turn of this player. Now, look at this one. Now, they're actually a guard, so they're all good. Now, this player here also gets to pick up a card. Now, they look, and they got the princess. So, yeah, they got these 2 now. Now, I don't know if they should keep the princess or not. Well, no, you shouldn't, because it says if you discard this card, you're out of the round. So they have to keep this one. So they're going to play the guard. So they play the guard. Boom. Anyway, it says name a non-guard card and choose another player. If that player has that card, he or she is out of the round. So let's say we'll go with 2. Okay, so now that's that side's turn. Now it's this side's turn again. So now they look at the card. Now they don't have 2. So they're safe. Anyway, they get to pick up again. Okay. So they got another guard. So we got another guard and the handmaid. Now, I'm just thinking, what is the best option to do? Okay, well maybe they'll play another guard because they think that player might have a 2 or 3. Well, they didn't have a 2, so they might have a 3. Let's say they've upgraded. I don't know. I don't know what the strategy would be. Anyway, let's say the guard this time chooses, we're going to say 3. If that side has a 3, they're out. Anyway, we come back to this side and they're like, oh, look, we got the princess. We're not dead. So anyway, they are not out. I hope I'm playing this right. I don't want to mislead viewers. I'm trying my best. Okay, so then anyway, they're not out because they didn't have a 3. So they pick this up, and again, they forced to always play the other card because the princess is, if you discard this card, you're out of the round, and you don't want to be out of the round. So they then play the guard. There's a lot of guards. Maybe I didn't shuffle. I thought I shuffled it right. Anyway, they get to name a card. Now, since I'm using a balanced strategy, as in it was 2, 2, then 3, and then so then in return, they'll say, if you have 3, you're out. Anyway, this one's like, or maybe it would be better if they said 7, because they're 8. And so then they get suspicious. Okay, let's say they say 7. Okay, if that player has 7, they're out. Okay, because I've got my 2 piles. I've got one here, one here. This is player 1, this is player 2. Okay, so they say 7. And anyway, this player's like, oh, look, we're not 7, we're alive. Okay, so they get to pick up another card. Okay, oh, they picked up 7. That was lucky. So anyway, what is this one? If you have this card and the king or prince is in your hand, you must discard this card. Okay, well, 7 is pretty high, so this player's like, this is seeming pretty legit. We'll keep that. So they'll play number 4. And number 4 says, until your next turn, ignore all effects from other players. So they're protected for a round. Okay, boom. So they played that. Now it's back to this player's turn, and they still got the princess, so they pick up and we have to play whatever it is. Okay. Handmaid. Well, in return, they're going to defend themselves, and so neither of them are attacking each other. They're going to play that. So until their turn, ignore all effects from other players. So they play that, boom. So this is protected. Now this player's not protected anymore because it's their turn again. So they'll pick up and they got another guard. So they're going to play the guard because, Now I'm not sure where the strategy, like would you aim for the top ones and try and knock them out in case they are top ones, or would you go for the lower ones? But it's kind of hard with a guard card because I know what both sides have, and so would you go for the 8? Well, they've tried 2 and 3. So let's say, well, they chucked out a 4, so that means they probably have above 4. So let's say, we'll say, I don't know, let's say 5. Okay, this player says, the guard says, okay, have you got 5? And they're like, nah, I don't. Okay, so this player knows that they probably have 6, 7, or 8. And how many of these are there? Oh, there's only 1 7 and 1 8. So that's 7. So they know they obviously haven't got 7. So they have to have 6 or 8. So if this one, oh, but that was the 5th guard. Okay, well, maybe then in that situation, theoretically, the guard card should have taken a swipe at the princess. Okay, in fact, yeah, if they have 7 and they take out the princess, then that means they'd win. So let's say this player here is like, you know what? If you have the princess, you're down. And this player's like, oh man, you got me. Boom. So this player here, this side here, wins. Okay, because I'm assuming that's what you do with a guard. You'd take out the 8. If you had the 7 and you knew there's one princess, I mean, you might as well. But yeah, that's just a guess. So anyway, in that case, this side, over here, right here, wait, just right there, this side would win. So they indeed get a wee blue, there we go, the affection token. So with 2 players, whoever gets, I think it's 6 of these first, correct me if I'm wrong. I may well be wrong, but I'll check. It's got to be somewhere. Where is it? 7. Okay, they need 7. So there we go. This player is on the road to getting there. Okay, so there we go. We'll put these back in the center. Now we get these ones here back in. Shuffle them back in. I don't know what, with the guard strategy, what the best is, but I'm assuming that everyone always takes the higher card, unless there's an obvious reason not to, in terms of whether you, like, when you get the 2 options, you always take the higher card. And so therefore, if you see them chuck out a 4, you're like, well, they probably got above 4. And if you've got 7 and there's 5, 6, or 8 left, you might be like, yeah, I don't know. Well, if they have 5 or 6, it doesn't matter as much because they're not winning. Whereas if it's 8, you can take the pot shot and maybe get them out. I don't know. I'm just trying to think about the strategy, but I don't know this game very well yet. So I don't really know the strategy. But anyway, I'm looking forward to playing this game. Like, more than 1 player. Okay, so we'll get rid of those 4 again. 4 more. And we'll try again. Okay, so they both get drawn a card. Now, we'll start with player 1 again. So player 1 looks at their card. And what do they got? A guard. So anyway, they pick up. And what? They picked up the princess second turn. So then, of course, they have to check out the guard. So, I never know. Well, should the guard go for like a high one or a low one? There's a higher chance of it being a low one because there's like 2 or 3 of the lower ones in there. I'm not sure exactly how many, but there's, wait, it had it, where did it have it? Oh, I had it on this. There's 2 5s, 2 4s, 2 3s, 2 2s. So let's say, I haven't even looked at that one, so that's good time to practice with the guard unbiasedly. Okay, so there we go. We'll say the prince, because it's a high one. Oh, it doesn't actually matter since they have the princess, but let's just say they go for the prince. Okay, so they're going to target the prince. If that player has the prince, they're gone. Now, if there was more players, then it wouldn't matter if 1 player died, because it wouldn't be like, oh, instant win, because there'd be another player still. But in 2 players, if they get taken out, it's game. Okay, even if you just had a 1 and a 2. No, even if you had 2 guards and you played a guard and took them out, you win it with just a guard. Okay, anyway. So, they said 5 now. And then they place that one down. Okay, now this one looks at it and, oh, they dodged a bullet there. They're the king. So they can trade hands with another player. Oh, wait, but they get to pick up, so they get to see the thing. So they have a 1 or a 6. Probably wouldn't trade cards at this point, I wouldn't think. With a 6, and considering that card, there's so many lower ones than 6 in the game. So, okay, there's only a 7 or 8 that's above, and the chances are with that many cards there that they haven't yet got it. So they play the guard. Boom. So they're going to be like, what one? And again, now I biasedly know what one they have, the other side has, player 1 has. So they could go 8, 7, or go with 5. Well, there's a high chance it's 5. But it would be if they took out the princess or the countess. So let's say they go for 5. They're like, okay, if their player has 5, they're gone. They're gone burgers. Okay, now this player doesn't have 5, so they dodged a bullet there. Anyway, they pick up and they get a 1 or an 8. So they're going to chuck that down. You can check down their 1. Now, technically, this player could have swapped cards, so they don't know what that player has. So it could still be, they could try 5 again, but there's a lower chance than, let's say, the handmaid. So they could go, okay, let's say they go for the handmaid. Okay, they're going to go for the handmaid. Okay, so they choose the handmaid. So anyway, we come back to this player here, and they didn't have the handmaid. They actually had the king. Okay, so anyway, they pick up. Now they have the priest or the king. So anyway, they'll play. Wait. Look at another player's hand. That means that player's screwed. Yeah, because they can't check out the princess, and what if they put... Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're done. Because this player will see they have the princess, and then even if they pick up the other one, and then because they can't put down the princess, so they have to put down the other one, so this player will still know they have the princess, and if they get, like, the guard, they know what they are. So this player here is screwed, because this player picked up the priest. Okay, so they play the priest. Boom. They get to look at the other player's hand. In the 1 card, they're like, oh, look, you have a princess. It's like, oh, yeah, a big surprise. Okay, anyway, this player here picks up. So now they got the handyman and the princess. If they check out the princess, they're dead. So they have to play, oh, but they get the protection. Oh, so they play that. So they're protected. Now this player here comes back, and if they get the guard, they'll be annoyed because they can't attack. Well, they got the prince. What happens if you get the guard and you can't attack anyone? I forget. Anyway, they got the prince. Choose any player's card, including yourself, to discard his or her hand and draw a new card, or trade hands with another player of your choice. Oh, they can't use that though because she's protected. Okay, so then unless they just trade with themselves. Anyway, we'll just play the priest. Choose any player, including yourself, to discard his or her. Well, that player's protected, so they have to do themselves. So then they get rid of this one and they get a new one. Okay, they got Baron. Okay, so they're done. This player here. Okay, now they're back to picking up. But this player still knows they have the princess. They're just waiting for when they get the guard. Okay, they picked up a prince, so they have to play the prince. Choose any player, including discard his or her hand. Okay, so they will choose this other player. So this other player has to discard theirs, and they pick up a fresh new card. Okay, now it's their turn. Okay, this will be the moment of truth, because there's only 1 card left, the final card. So they pick it up. It's not a guard! It's not a guard! Okay, so they can look at the other player's hand, but it's not going to help. What is the Baron again? You and... Oh, this player's screwed now. They had the game. They just needed a guard because you and another player secretly can be a hands. The player with the lower hand is out of the round. Well, obviously, they're just going to die if they do that because they know that the other person's got the princess. And if they play this to look at the other hands, they'll be like, oh, look, you have the princess. We already knew that and we can't do anything about it. So this player they're done. They're done. So they play that. They're like, look, oh, look, you have the princess. Oh, yes, end it around. You win. Boom, because the pile's out. All the cards have been used. That means the round ends. So... This player here was real lucky because the other player knew they had the princess. There just must have been some guards in the 2 guards in the 4 over there. So that there indeed then awards another wee dot to this player over here. So we'll do like that, like so. And so they're on 2 versus null for that side. I think that's a good place to wrap it up. Actually, I thoroughly enjoyed that game. I think it's cool. I'm not sure it would work way better with lots of players. I'm actually not too... I think I went alright. It's taken me 46 minutes so far, this video, although I'll shrink down the time of me just reading. That was my example of reading. Okay, just... no. Like that. That's better. That's actual. Okay, so we got that. I'm just thinking in the situation. I'm just thinking in the situation that you had a guard. Because there was a situation before. What was it? If you had a guard and they... Yeah, if you had a guard... Okay, we'll get a guard. Now, where are all the guards? Why can't I find a guard when there's so many of them? Okay, so if you have a guard and they protect themselves, name a non-guard card and choose another player. If that player has he or she... Oh, so you just choose yourself. You have to, but you just choose a card that you didn't have. So it would just basically have no effect. Okay, logical problem solved. Boom. Okay, so this game... I like it. I like it. It does remind me a little bit about Citadels. Like, it's a very far-fetched connection, but just because it sort of has the numbers... Yeah, that's like a really bad connection. But, that, yeah, anyway, yeah. So, also this here, I do like the cool... These here are cool. Nice wee wooden cubes with that color that I don't really know the name of. It's sort of like a brown, but like a super light brown. But it's not like really red to be red, but it's like It's kind of still, it's borderline purple to be, anyway. That's too much info about little cubes that are not particularly, well, they are relevant to this game, but not relevant to this video as to whether you enjoy the game or not. Anyway, I can't actually remember how much it cost, but I don't think it was that much. And especially since it's so small, it doesn't have to cost that much. Although board games are selling the idea, really. I found out a new one recently called 9 Tiles. It was super fun. Anyway, I look it up on Amazon. It's like, flip, that's expensive. It's just this tiny little box. And it was like way more than like another game. What was the other one I learned? Oh, Magic Maze. It was dearer than Magic Maze. And Magic Maze is a whole box with all this stuff. But of course, they're selling the idea. So if they think the idea is worth more, they just price it higher. And yeah. So it doesn't actually, even though the content's like nothing, ultimately you're buying the idea, not the contents. Sort of. Anyway, yeah. I did enjoy the game. I do love this bag. And those cubes. Those cubes are cool. But this here, that looks so cool. Okay, and the cards. Pretty nice artwork, to be honest. I like it. Sort of like the standard you'd expect for card games. Like, this has a lot of cards in it. Sort of that's like the only board game part of it. Well, cards are part of the board games. But, yeah. Yeah. I don't know what to say. I sort of like, I enjoyed it. It was easy to understand. It was very easy to pick up. Strategy-wise, I can see the strategy in it. I don't know if long-term, if it would become a little bit uninteresting in terms of it was like super luck-based, but it's not the sort of like with Puerto Rico, you sit down and you play Puerto Rico, and then once you finish Puerto Rico, that's a good gaming session done, and then it's like another maybe month before you play it again. I don't know. It would depend on, it might be daily. Well, unlikely daily, but possible. But yeah, with this game, you wouldn't sit down and play it for 3 hours in a row. Probably not. I probably wouldn't mind it, like, especially since I've just learned to, you know, if you had a good group of people, I'd be probably keen to do that. Maybe not quite 3 hours, but I would be keen to play it a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long-term it would stack up, but I guess it's the same with any game. If you play it enough, eventually it sort of becomes a little bit old, but why am I talking about this being old when it's like, it's just a fresh game? I've played it like twice with myself. I'm sure it will be absolutely awesome. I can't wait to play it more. I'm going to play it heaps in the future. Near future, definitely. And then after the near future, I don't know, the near future, maybe like a month. And then I'll see how much I enjoy it. And probably keep playing it. Well, I will keep playing it in the future if I still enjoy it after that. But yeah, it doesn't matter whether I do or don't. That's sort of irrelevant to this video, kind of. Anyway, I enjoyed it. There you go. You have an overview. Do thoroughly, in-depthly let me know in the comments things that I can improve in this video. Like, do you even want the camera? Do you even want the face cam? Of course, you'll probably want some video for me to actually show the game, or do you just want, like, hands with the game and, like, not face or talking or not talking, or what bits do you want cut out, or do you want, like, a full example, or I don't know. I'm just doing it out loud here, just trying out different game concepts about, you know, trying out new games. Anyway, I'd recommend that one, even though I've only just played it, not even a full game, but with myself, but it was really fun. It looks really cool. Yeah. That is the game Love Letter for you. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a like if you did. I can understand if you don't, because it's just, I don't know. I'm really learning with these kind of videos about it. Yeah. Subscribe to PewDiePie. Boom. Up there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to do more of these kind of videos in the future. I've got a few games lined up, which when I nail I'll just keep trying to nail how I present them and try them out. Anyway, have an absolutely awesome day. I'll see you all next time. Have an awesome day.